Hey guys, it's Miss Adams, and we're still looking at our Unit 7 test review, and now we're going to move on to writing functions given the transformations. So first thing we need to point out is I need to write them in vertex form, which is y equals a multiplied by x minus my h value squared plus my k value, where my h and k values are coming from that vertex. So looking at number 10, it says it's stretched by a factor of 4, moves left 5, and up 3. That stretch value of 4 is going to be my a value. It says it moves left 5, so I know I'm going to have an h value at negative 5, and I'm going to have a k at positive 3. So writing this function out, I've got y equals 4 multiplied by x. Well, minus h in this case is going to be x plus 5, because minus the negative is plus a positive, and then plus 3 for my k value. Number 11 says there's a reflection over the x-axis, so I know my a value needs to be negative. But then it just says it moves down by 2. So my a value in this case is going to be negative 1, because I don't know if it's stretched or shrink any. Since there hasn't been a change with our stretch or shrink, I'm just going to leave that a value as a negative 1. Then it also tells me it moves down 2. That gives me a k value at negative 2. We don't know anything about a horizontal shift, so our h value is going to equal 0. So I could write this function as y equals negative 1 multiplied by x minus 0 squared minus 2. But guys, you also could just write y equals negative 1 x squared minus 2. For number 12, it says I'm horizontally reflected, so I'm reflecting over the x-axis again. So I know my a value is going to be negative because of the reflection, but it's shrunk by a factor of 1/2, so that gives me an a value of negative 1/2. And then it tells me it moves right 5, that's my horizontal shift, so that's going to be an h value of positive 1. And I have no k value, so my k is equal to 0. So when I write this function, I've got y equals negative 1/2 x minus 1 squared. And I don't have any k value, so I do not have to add 0 to it. Number 13, the only transformation I've given you for number 13 is that it's stretched by a factor of 5. So my a value equals 5. I don't have any shift in horizontally or vertically. So I could say y equals 5 multiplied by x minus 0 squared plus 0, but it'd be kind of silly to write all those zeros, so I could simplify this to just y equals 5x squared. Both ways would work. All right, guys, in the next section, we're going to talk about, we're given these functions, now you guys have to help me find the transformations.